sun is high above the training yard, dust in my throat and the wooden blade hits hard. My hair's aflame, a beacon in the fray. I've got no silver, but I'll lead the way. My belly's empty, dreaming of the pot. Give me a drumstick, give me all you've got. But when the shadows crawl towards my kin, that's when the warrior wakes up from within. I'm just a shadow of the giant to come, but I'll march to the beat of a different drum. 1 for the loyalty, 2 for the bread, 3 for the monsters that wish we were dead. So raise up the shield and swing the iron high, under the orange of a twilight sky. A heart like a furnace, a spirit so bold, protecting the brothers more precious than gold. We're the sequence 9, we're the first to the gate. Finish the battle before it's too late, 'cause there's a feast in the hall and I won't be late. Clank! They call me reckless, they call me the spare, but look at the courage under this red hair. I face the spiders in the dark of the wood. I'd stand against a god if I thought I should. The tavern is roaring, the fiddle plays fast. A warrior's hunger is built to last. Pass me the ale and pass me the meat. A hungry soldier never knows defeat. The twilight is calling, the giant will rise. I see the dawn in my brother's eyes. I'm the shield in the gap, I'm the sword in the rain. I'll take the bruises, I'll take the pain. For the lions, for the feast. Heavy breathing, war horn blast in the distance. So raise up the shield and swing the iron high, under the orange of a twilight sky. A heart like a furnace, a spirit so bold, protecting the brothers more precious than gold. We're the sequence 9, we're the first to the gate. Finish the battle before it's too late, 'cause there's a feast in the hall and I won't be late. The giant is tired, the sun's gone down, the bravest boy in this magical town. Put down the broadsword, pick up the fork, let the bard sing really hungry. Hot beneath my boots, the orange sun hangs low. The hunger gnaws inside my gut, but I've got seeds to sow. The bard is humming thunder, his sparks ignite the air. The reader's eyes are freezing time, she sees the hidden snare. The reader's eyes are freezing time, she sees the hidden snare. The reader's eyes are freezing time, she sees the hidden snare. My shield is dented silver, worn a lion spirit red. I'll take the blow, I'll break the line until the feast is fed. The shadows stretch, the twilight calls, the giant starts to wake. For every brother by my side, there's no path I won't take. Ooh, I'm the gladiator in the ring of gold and dust, with a heart of simple courage and a blade that will not rust. Feel the bass line thumping like a giant's heavy tread, honoring the fallen dead. Leave the spiders in the dark, leave the fear behind the gate. Feast, I'm master of my fate. The reader calls the rhythm, strike the left and hold the line. The bard song is a beacon, making every sword stroke shine. I'm just a boy who's hungry, but I've got the strength of 10. The Twilight King is rising through the commonest of men. I'm just a boy who's hungry, but I've got the strength of 10. The Twilight King is rising through the commonest of men. No fancy spells or silver tongues, just iron and the bone. I'll stand before the mountain and I'll never stand alone. The sun goes down, the armor stays, the hunger burns. The giant plays. Behold the twilight, I am the wall, I am the star, I am the breaking dawn. One more swing, one more readers close the book. The bard has put his bow away. Pass the chicken. Let's eat.
Twilight falls, the master calls.
Like a wildfire in the setting sun. The youngest son's battle has only just begun. He traded the chessboard for a blade of cold light. Stomach empty, but his spirit's burning bright.
The scholar reads the runes, lifting him higher. He doesn't fear the spiders in the dark anymore, for the giant's blood is pounding on the temple floor.
Hear the steel whisper, feel the earth shake. From the flail to the bow, from the axe to the spear.
The weapon master is here.
I am the edge of the twilight, the silver in the gray. A dance of 1,000 blades, turning night to day. Shield of the loyal, heart of the goal. A story of courage that the giants have told. One swing for my brothers, one strike for the feast. Behold the warrior, the hunger of the beast. Strikes a chord, lightning arcs through the sky. The reader turns a page, seeing truth with her eye.
He stands in the center, a whirlwind of steel.
The weight of the armor is the only thing real.
A roast chicken dream in a nightmare of war, protecting the mates that he'd die for and more.
He parries the darkness with a flick of his wrist, the master of every blade that exists.
Heavy rhythmic breathing. Analyze.
Adapt, strike, sword.
Swift as the wind,
Axe,
heavy as the stone.
spear.
Piercing the dark.
He stands on the
Sun sinks lower, the orange glow bleeds. He is the harvest and battle is the seed. Fear is a flavor he's learned to devour. Behold the giant in his final hour. I am the edge of the twilight, the silver in the gray. Shield of the loyal, heart of the gold. The bard packs his loot, the scholar shuts her book. The red king is hungry, one's triumphant look. The feast is waiting, the twilight of the beast. The belly rumbles like the coming storm. Before the silver plate, the heart is warm. A simple soul with a giant's heavy stride. The shadows lengthen, the twilight starts to decay. But I've a hunger that the darkness cannot flay. To my left the golden beacon raises his hand, purging the filth from this hollowed land. To my right the mist of ancient lore weaves the stars into a shield of war. I am the way, guarding their path through the valley of death. Swing the broadsword, shatter the night, a golden night filled by the morning light. I am the shield for the weak and the small, breaking the curse, standing tall through it all. Dawn in my veins and the heart in my soul, to protect my kin is my only goal. The iron screams as it meets the gloom, the giant strength inside a narrow room. Facing the spiders, facing the dread, thinking of home and the breaking of bread. The weaver weaves the laws, the sun burns the sky. Under my gaze the shadows will die. Not for glory, not for the crown, just for the friends who won't let me down. Unyielding, sword is sheathed, the light begins to fade. Back to the hall where the table is laid. Just one more leg of chicken, then I'll rest. Stomach growls louder than the coming storm. Behind me the warmth of the hall keeps them warm. I'm just a boy who'd rather have a drumstick in hand, but I've planted my boots. The harbinger of dawn casts a spear of pure white. The weaver of stars unravels the night. They stand at my flanks, but the center is mine. The red man protector at the end of the line. I am the twilight, I am the wall. Beneath this silver armor I will not fall. Let the shadows scream, let the spiders crawl. I'm the giant standing steady, standing tall. For the brothers I love, for the bread we will break. Not a single inch shall the darkness take. The priest burns the fog with a crown made of fire. The scholar weaves truth through the enemy's liar. The weight of this sword is a mountain of lead, but I'm dreaming of gravy and soft crusty bread. My armor is dented, my breathing is deep, but I have a promise to my brothers to keep. The giant king's blood flows cold in my veins. I'll hold back the tide till nothing remains. Hungry, brave, guardian, none shall pass. Giant standing steady, standing tall. For the brothers I love, for the bread we will break. Hey. Not a single inch shall the darkness take. The orange sun sinks, the battle is done. The weaver is safe, and so is the sun. My shield is a table, my sword is at rest. To the golden feast.
Low rhythmic chanting, rise, protect. Low rhythmic chanting, rise, protect.
The hearth is cold, the great hall's distant gold. A simple hunger traded for a soul, a soul. No more the boy who stumbled in the dark. The silver sigil burns a demigod's mark. I smell the rot, the shadows in the hall. I stand the tallest, the one who will not fall. With iron lungs and a heart of burning oak, the hunter wakes beneath the twilight cloak. To my left, the golden sovereign drapes the world in flame, purifying horror in the eternal sun's name. To my right, the star weaver unravels every lie, charting ancient secrets across the midnight sky. We are the trio, the shield, the light, the mind, leaving the remnants of our fears behind. I am the demon hunter, the edge of the dusk, breaking the demon's bone, crushing the husk. Sequence for the silver armor gleams. I am the nightmare of the calculated strike, a tactical grace. Death wears a cold and handsome face. No horror here, just the rhythm of the blade. Payment for the peace and the promises we made. The priest commands the dawn to break the siege. The magister binds the dark, her arcane prestige. I am the hammer, the immovable force, steering the crusade on its righteous course. I still remember the scent of roasted meat, the laughter in the common room, the victory so sweet. I fight for the table where we all shall sit, for the warmth of the fire, for the candles we lit. But now the hunt's call, the silver light falls. The sun sets red on a field of silence. Don't the hunt is over, we are coming home. The light is quiet, the winds begin to skies. The orange sun has bled its last. Upon the iron the shadows cast. I stand alone where the mountains break, with a hollow heart and a belly's ache. My silver skin reflects the cold. A story of hunger, a story of old. The battlefield hushed, the screaming is done. I am the shadow that the sun. Oh, silver night, in the twilight's grace, folding the stars, bending the space. Lune and steel and a heavy hand, the loneliest ghost in a dying land. Between the dusk and the coming dawn, the hunger remains, though the fear is gone. I am not alone in this dance of ice. The white angel falls with a heavy price, a crown of fire purging the dark on a funeral pyre. Beside him the angel of wisdom weaves, the golden truth that the mind perceives. We are the shield, the sword and the light, carving a path through the endless night. I crave the warmth of the great oak hall, the scent of the roast behind the wall. The bread we broke, the laughter we shared before the giant's blade was bared. One more strike for the mates I keep before the silver night may sleep. Oh, silver night, in the twilight's grace, folding the stars, bending the space. Lune and steel and a heavy hand, the loneliest ghost in a dying land. Between the dusk and the coming dawn, the hunger remains, though the fear is gone. The moon is a coin, bright and round. The giant kneels on the frozen ground. A chicken's wing, a heart's warm glow. Into the twilight I go.
Gloria
silver is set, but the embers are gray. I stand at the gates with the ghost of the day, a giant of iron with hunger so deep, for the brothers I guard and the secrets I keep. My armor is rusting in orange and red, while I dream of the fire and the buttered gold bread. Oh, magnificent glory, oh, sacred decay, we crown as the world wastes away. The bronze sword is heavy, the twilight is near. We feast on our courage, we swallow our fear. Even if the throne crumbles into the dust, in the shield of my brothers I place all my trust. The air begins to shimmer, the heat starts to rise, as the keeper of secrets unfurls in the skies. He doesn't just watch, he's the fire in my veins, turning the silence to thunderous rain. The chessboard is broken, the shadows are torn, yet out of this ruin a legend is born. One strike for the feast at the edge of the night, protect the hearth, keep the heart warm. Oh, magnificent glory, oh, sacred decay, the sun is collapsing, we finish the day. The giant is standing, the angels are bright, we burn like a star at the edge of the night. For the hunger, for the hunger, for the home, for the light. The twilight fades, the silver turns to gray. Past the chicken, the war is away. The iron is cold, the belly is a hollow drum. I've marched 10,000 miles under a dying sun. My armor tastes of quiet by the crimson sunset kissed. I remember the smell of bread, the warmth of a wooden chair, but the sky is leaning down, filling up the air. Oh, the hand of God is heavy, a palm of orange fire. It silences the thunder, it douses every pie. Just the weight of the horizon, where the giant finally lies. We are small beneath the shadow, we are dust within the glow. In the silence of the judgment, there is nowhere left to go. The white angel descends, wings like falling snow. He does not stand aside, he burns within the flow. Beside him, the angel of knowledge writes upon the wind, counting every drop of blood, the compass in my chest. One more step to glory, then a long eternal rest. The feast of the sunset, the peace of the iron. The feast of the sunset, the peace of the iron. The feast of the sunset, the peace of the iron. The sky is dark now, the fire is lit at home. giant is sleeping. The hunger is gone. The long hunger has finally ceased. The table is cleared, the plates are cold. My heavy iron boots are sinking deep into the moss and the ancient mold. The great shield is scarred, its duty done. I watch the descent of the tired sun. Oh, let the twilight fold its wings around the giant, around the king. No more marches, no more leading skies, only the orange glow behind my eyes. A peaceful end to 1,000 wars beneath the gaze of the silent stars. To my left stands the everlasting glow, the golden warmth I was sworn to shield. To my right, the ivory spire grows, the archive of truths that will never yield. My brothers in light, my pillar of stone, I am leaving the watch, but I am not alone. So let the twilight fold its wings around the giant, around the king. No more hunger, no more heavy breath, just the silver grace of a God's own death. The world turns orange, then fades to gray, as the guardian dreams the world away. The eternal noon starts to dim. The white tower whispers a final hymn. The feast is over. The rest is long.